Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
Some Vidvans, some scholars have done a great art, a translation of the word Sant, and they've split the word up, and they've translated the sassa, and they've translated the tatta, and then they've translated the bindi on top as well, the tippi, sorry, on top as well. Sasse da arth aam karke vidwana ne kitta ke jede vich, that a sant is that person that is filled with seva and simran. Sassa bolda seva ta simran. Simran bhav, simran is that thing jera har samay us akal purkh di yaad vich rave, that person that is always present and remains in remembrance of Vaheguru Ji. And that person that is filled with seva. Ta tatte da arth hai tyag. Tyag means somebody that doesn't hold on to anything. That doesn't think even for a moment if they have to let go of something, that isn't attached to anything. So sassa, seva, ta simran, tatta, ta tyag. And then on top the tippi stands for ahang, hankar. So even though there's many people in this world that do seva, there's many people that may sit down and even meditate upon Vaheguru's name, but the tippi is saying on top that they do all of these things, but they've got no hankar in them. So they don't hold on, they don't keep it in their mind that I'm doing these things. That they've got tyag, not only that they're not attached to the world, they're not attached to the good that they are doing. So for not even for one moment they acknowledge within their own mind that I do so much. So Sant da arth mein kitta ja sakda hai. And there's many people that you might find that might confuse us as well, to say that the word Sant within Gurbani can only be translated and can only be referring to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Yes, there will be many points within Gurbani, the word Sant will be referring to Guru Sahib as well. And sometimes it will be referring generally to the Sangat. But then yes, it is pointing towards one particular person as well, being a Sant as well. So that's very important to clarify. And again, that can be clarified through Sukhmani Sahib Bani. Pura gur akhyo jaka mantar, amrit drishta pekhe hoye Sant. So Guru Sahib has made this point very clear, that Pura Gur, that the perfect Guru, Pura Gur, which is Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji for us, Pura Gur Akhyo Jaka Mantar. Mantra over here means teaching, Guru Sahib's Sikhya. That person that takes on the Guru Sikhya, which is Akhyo, which is permanent, that will remain with us always, even when this body leaves. Pura Gur Akhyo Jaka Mantar, Amrit Drisht, that when Guru Sahib Ji looks upon that person with their Amrit Drishti, with that vision full of nectar, full of love, Amrit Drisht Pekhe Hoye Sant, then Guru Sahib Ji's vision can turn that person into a Sant, into a saint. And saint also isn't necessarily talking about a body, one particular body. A Sant can also be translated to somebody's gun, somebody's virtues. Sant एक शरीर दा नाम नहीं, Sant ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬੈਠੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੁਣ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ. Those things that we call virtues and merits, that is what we call to be a Sant. It's what is inside of somebody. What role did Bhai Mardana Ji play within his life? There was a time when Guru Nanak Padshah Ji, this is to understand what a Sant is. There was a time when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah, Bhai Mardana Ji and Bhai Bala Ji was walking, and all of a sudden, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah turns around and they see that Bhai Mardana Ji isn't walking alongside them anymore. And when they see this, they say to Bhai Bala Ji, this is Balaya, kende Mardana kithe gaya? Kende jadon aapa tura sa ta kende odo Mardana Ji apne naal si, ta kende hun apne naal nahi. Bhai Bala Ji said, he does this all the time, Maharaj. You can't keep wasting the time and thinking about him and going and looking for him. You know probably what's happened. He's probably fallen hungry. He's probably stopped off somewhere for some water or for some food. He's probably knocking on someone's door. Bhai Balaji says, Maharaj, let's continue to walk. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, no. They said, that's one person I can't leave behind. Because that's one person that's got my kharaak as well. That's got appetite for me, that fills my stomach. When he sings the praises, when he starts playing that abab. So if there's one person that I'll always go back for, and that's Bhai Mardana Ji. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah Ji turns back. As they start walking backwards, think about this yourself. This is now Vaheguru Ji himself turning back to go and get somebody who is a Sant. What is the role of a Sant? What should a Sant be doing and what should a Sant not be doing? Guru Nanak Dev Ji is walking back and they see Bhai Mardana Ji sitting down. Bhai Mardana Ji sitting down with his eyes closed. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, when they get to Bhai Mardana Ji, says, Mardanya kende ki hoya, kende uth. The way they said it was, it says in the Janam Sahib, kende Mardanya kende kai baat, kende ki gal hui. Bhai Mardana Ji didn't think that, oh, my Guru's come back to get me. He didn't jump up and say, oh my God, Guru Sahib's come to get me himself. No, instead, when he saw that Guru Nanak Dev Ji has come himself, Bhai Mardana Ji puts his head down even more. He closes his eyes and Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Kende Mardanya, tu bolna nahi mere naal, aren't you going to speak to me? And then Bhai Mardana Ji starts to shake his head with his eyes closed and he starts to put his head down even more. Bhav, Guru Nanak Dev Ji then understood, Kende Mardanya, are you upset with me? Tu mina russe aaya? So Bhai Mardana Ji then nodded his head to say yes. Kende uthna nahi, akkha nahi khulniya. And this says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji kende, Das Mardanya, tenu ki hoya, what's wrong with you? Bhai Mardana said, if you really want to hear today, then I'll spill out everything I've got inside of me today. I'll put my emotion in front of you. So Bhai Mardana Ji कहने लगे कहते तानू ताड़ी मेरे नाल दुश्मनी किया. They said, why are you against me so much? Bhai Mardana Ji said to Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji started to laugh. He says, Mardanya, tu keho jiyan galla karda? What type of galla are you doing? What do you mean I'm against you? He said, look, Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They said, we knocked on a house and he was a thug. They said, we spent one night there. Within that one night, you looked at him, you started singing, Sajjan say, naal main, chaldeya naal chalan. And they said, as soon as you started to sing, you saved him. And they said, then look, we even went to a magician's house. They said there was a strange woman that was doing all this magic. She made me feel like I was a frog. You came and saved her as well. You didn't take long, did you, Maharaj? Noora Shah, her name was. They said within one night, within one glance, you saved her. This says a cannibal. Maharaj, look, he ate human beings. He was about to boil me alive. It took one look and then tapat kadaha bujh gaya. Gurseetan naam diyo. They said, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਐਨ ਠੰਡਾ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ with one glance. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣੀ ਕੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ? What is it that you've got against me? They said, I've been with you and traveling with you for so many years. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 25-30 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਰਿਆ ਨੂੰ. I've been traveling with you for 25-30 years, but still you've kept me the same. Why still haven't I got that ras of naam? Why is it still that I want to go home, I think about my family? Why is it still that I'm always hungry? Why have you left me like this? And the Guru Nanak Dev Ji ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮਰਦਾਨਿਆ ਜੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਤੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਦਿਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਹੀ ਲਈ ਨਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ, if you have spilled your heart out to me, then Bhai Mardana, then listen. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ listen Mardana, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ if it wasn't for you, if I had taken away your thirst, they said it was due to your thirst, you climbed up to the top of that mountain, because you was thirsty, you went to Wali Kandari. They said teri ਪਿਆਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਲੀ ਕੰਧਾਰੀ ਦੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਿਆਸ ਬੁਝਾਈ ਮਰਦਾਨਿਆ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ we took away the thirst of that fakir that was sitting on top of that mountain using his powers. They said he was saved because you became that medium mardanya. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ listen, you got hungry, you said I wanted to go to a town filled with people and we knocked the door of a thug, of a robber. They said because of you mardanya, your hunger, we took away his hunger of desire. We made him into a sajjan. And they said again you was hungry again, then you went to this magician's house. It was all because of you Mardanya. If I had saved you from the day one, you would not become that medium to save so many people's lives. And that's what a Sant is. A Sant is that person that becomes that medium. A Sant is that person that takes you and doesn't attach you to themselves and takes you straight to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. And this is the I am nothing, but Bani is forever. Satgur mera sada sada na ave na jaye. That this Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji is forever and forever. So that's what a Sant's job is, just like Guru Nanak Dev Ji showed through Bhai Mardana Ji's life.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.